Guys, so I just recently beat Metal Gear Solid 3, the game that everybody said was the best out of the entire Metal Gear Solid series. I've heard people say it was a 10 out of 10, and you know I had to check it out for myself. So I decided to record myself playing it. For those of y'all who did watch me play, y'all would know right away that I'm a very impatient person. Literally the first dialogue where they were talking, bro, I literally skipped it on accident because I was pressing buttons just waiting for them to stop talking. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, bro, these cutscenes are kind of like, dude, there's cutscenes that take forever, bro. Also, real quick, I really thought that Raiden was in this game because the mask looked exactly like Raiden, but it just turns out it's a disguise to get one of the generals and take their clothes off. Anyway, so basically right when I started playing this game, I quickly realized that this wasn't going to be like Metal Gear Solid 1 or 2. This had like a whole different feel to it. I mean, you're outside in the wild, which, you know, feels completely different. You can kill animals for food or for fun. Honestly, I was a bit overwhelmed when I saw the character, and then I saw the healings, and then I saw all the food. Now, for some reason, every Metal Gear Solid game that I played, just 3 games, Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, and now Metal Gear Solid 3. For some reason, every Metal Gear Solid game that I played always starts out pretty normal, and then out of nowhere, it just gets crazy and weird. I mean, in Metal Gear Solid 1, it starts off exactly how I expected. Some guy on a normal mission with normal gear, normal partners, and normal enemies. Yeah, that was not the case, bro. That was not the case. Dude, a freaking robot just showed up. A cyborg just showed up, bro. There's some crazy stuff in that game, you know what I'm saying? There's some crazy stuff in Metal Gear Solid 1, but not as crazy as Metal Gear Solid 2. Again, that game started off normal. You know what I'm saying? You're Solid Snake on a mission, fighting bad guys, infiltrating a boat or yacht or what? I don't even know. Some type of boat. I don't know what it was, but anyways, he beats some bad guys, you know what I'm saying? Shoots a pregnant woman. Pretty normal. And then he dies. Or does he? Some new guy shows up and then it gets, you know, crazy from there on. I don't really want to, you know, speak too much about that, but you know what I'm saying? It just gets crazy. It gets crazy. I mean, the ending to the game was so weird and crazy. It was like, I kind of got confused. I mean, it got to the point where I barely understood what was going on. I mean, I knew a lot what was happening. There was still parts where, I mean, I was just confused, bro. And so after I beat that game, I literally rewatched the parts that I didn't understand. Okay, look, I know it sounds like I don't touch grass, which you might be right, but I just needed to understand the full story. I needed to understand the full story of this game so I can move on to the next game. Metal Gear Solid 3 started off, you know, pretty cool. Jumping off a plane, watching a very dramatic cutscene. Hearing about Sokolov and why we need to rescue him. Yeah, I would say it was pretty normal. Until you meet this guy. Yeah, this guy basically wants to rule the entire Soviet Union. Alright, let me make sure I explain to you all the bosses and allies very slowly, very clearly. This guy's Major Zero, and he's working with you alongside the paramedic, agent, and the boss. The boss is Snake's mentor. She taught him everything, so they have a close relationship. Sokolov is a researcher who was captured to work on a secret weapon and works for Colonel Volgin, which is why Snake needs to retrieve him. This guy is Colonel Volgin, and it turns out him and the boss teamed up to take over the Soviet Union. So I mean, the boss was on the same side as Snake, taught him everything, and then boom, now she switches teams mid-game, bro. You can't do that. And then she beats up Snake like he's a rookie, and then he gets thrown off the bridge, bro. Like, how are you gonna teach him everything just to embarrass him that badly? And then throw him off the bridge, bro. Like, what? Volgin also shot a missile that was made in the US at one of the facilities because the boss gave it to him, and now Snake's mission is to save Sokolov, kill Colonel Volgin, kill the boss and the Cobra unit, and destroy the Shagohod. Now listen. Bro is carrying the entire US on his back right now. This dude could easily just go like, man, you know, I don't even get paid for this, bro. I don't even... But nah, this dude is him, bro. He is him. But nah, man, if I was in position, I would just simply leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing that. I'm leaving to a whole different country. And if war happens, then war happens. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, listen. Don't tell me that y'all wouldn't do the same. Don't tell me that y'all wouldn't do the same. Oh yeah, and I completely forgot. If y'all didn't know, this is Naked Snake, and I thought he was Solid Snake in the beginning. So, which means when I saw the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake trailer, I thought it was Solid Snake the whole time. Yeah, I know. I was one of those who, you know, fell for it, bro. I thought it was Solid Snake. Yeah, I know. But now I know. But anyways, there's this lady named Eva who shows up and saves Snake. And honestly, I never had a good feeling about her. Like, they teamed up and all, but like, you don't just randomly show up and then just join the club. Like, nah, there's a reason you randomly showed up, and I'm not falling for that. Like, yeah, she was useful, but she's always trying to like thirst trap Snake. Like, bro, we're not even done with the mission, so zip up your jacket and get out. Anyway, so the Cobra unit is kind of like Foxhound in Metal Gear Solid 1 and the Sons of Liberty in Metal Gear Solid 2. The Cobra unit contains bosses such as the Pain, the Fear, the End, the Fury, and the Sorrow. I don't know why they're named like that, but it sounds just like a depressed group, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, and there's also the boss. Anyway, so the pain is this guy who spawns bees or wasps or whatever. Yeah, his powers suck, dude, not gonna lie. And not only that, he's covered in stings, bro. So that's even more worse. The fear is this weird thing. I don't even know, bro. Dude, it's like a spider dude. And he's like climbing trees. Yeah, dude, he's weird, bro. Nah, he's not. The end is basically this old dude who is a legendary sniper, but we basically no-scope him and win. And look, this whole boss took about, it took so long, bro. I think it took like an hour and 30, bro. Like, I thought it was just I didn't like that boss battle. It was just a bunch of hide and seek, bro. I'm like, I'm not trying to play hide and seek with an old man. The Fury is this dude who is filled with rage and he's on fire. Oh yeah, and then he went to outer space and then got on fire in space, so now he wants the world to be on fire. I don't know why they come up with these powers and backstories, but anyways, I was gonna fight this guy, but I randomly glitched and beat him up in under 5 seconds. The Sorrow is this dude who shows up and basically just lets you follow him and you walk. Yep. That's basically it. The boss battle was actually really cool. So, I mean, yeah, it was dope. Anyways, yeah, those are pretty much the bosses and the important characters of the game. But honestly, these bosses were kind of weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the battles were good, but for like example, why the frick does this guy have wasp, bro? Like, why does he look? Oh my god, he looks so freaking ugly, dude. Oh my gosh, I remember, dude. And this guy's like a spider human or something. Yeah, I don't even know, dude. It's just weird, bro. Also, every time you beat a boss, for some reason, they just like blow up. Oh yeah, and Ocelot. This guy stinks, bro. Like, I'm not trying to see you spin a gun for like 5 minutes and then do some weird hand movements. Now, when I saw Ocelot, it reminded me of Revolver Ocelot, okay? So I immediately, you know, thought like, hey, related, you know what I'm saying? Possibly they're the same person. That's what I thought, you know what I'm saying? But we'll get to that later. So throughout this whole entire game, I was waiting for one person to show up. Solid Snake. That never happened because this game took place before he was born. Like, I was asking like, yo, where's Solid Snake? Because I was like, bro, this guy ain't even showing up. He was literally in the intro. I saw him in the intro. Of course, though, Ocelot was the biggest clue. He was the biggest clue of like, you know, maybe this did take place, you know, a long time ago before Metal Gear Solid 1. Or it took place after. That's also what I kind of thought too, because I was like, yo, what if this is like Revolver Ocelot's son or something? Or like, what if Solid Snake is like super old right now? That's also what I thought too, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I should have just caught on to, I don't know. I feel like maybe I did like caught on to it, but then I just kind of like forgot about it and just played the game. I don't even know, bro. But anyways, when they showed us that timeline at the end and then it said the sons of the boss were born, bro, I was like, now there was a weird moment in Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm talking about that ball grab. If I see one in Metal Gear Solid 4, I'm gonna start to be a little bit suspicious, I'm not gonna lie. Also, during the ending when the mission was finished and Snake had just woken up and heard the message from Eva talking about how she was supposed to kill Snake but couldn't because she kept the promise to the boss about telling Snake the whole story. Like, I knew it. I knew she wasn't really with us. I knew she was. Anyways, but the boss literally sacrificed everything to basically save the US. So she's the real hero. So now everybody's gonna see her as somebody who was a traitor and, you know, who basically backstabbed the US. But in reality, she basically saved the US. Eva was supposed to kill Snake, bro. If she didn't keep that promise, bro, she would have killed Snake. Obviously, there was missions that we fought together, but like, bro, like, I'm not gonna trust her, bro. I mean, I called it. Like, she wanted Snake, and that's the reason why she wanted him to fall for her. So, you know what I'm saying? So ultimately, she can kill her, but you know that didn't happen. But ultimately, she did leave with the Philosopher's Legacy. I don't know, but this was very interesting though. Seeing like playing like as the first Snake, that's cool. That was cool. It was a cool experience, and this game was actually freaking good. So, if you haven't played it, well, that sucks for you because I kind of just spoiled the entire game for you. But even if I did spoil you a lot of things, I don't know. You just gotta play for yourself. Even if you didn't play and you watched this whole video and I basically spoiled you everything, play it because you're gonna. It's good. It's good. Well, yeah, now we know who's Big Boss. We know who's Big Boss, which they kept on mentioning in the previous games, and I was like, man, who's Big Boss? Well, now we know who's Big Boss. And I mean, what y'all think? What would y'all rate it? And yeah, that's pretty much. I basically said everything that was on my mind right now. You know what I'm saying about this game. I'm interested in seeing like what y'all thought of it. You know, and what were y'all's experiences playing this game? And yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it for this video, really.